Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Today is Monday, August 21st, and I'll be doing your daily card pull to see what all messages are coming through from God, Spirit, and the Divine for you. So we are coming up on the beginning of Mercury retrograde. That's going to start on the 23rd, so that's going to be on Wednesday. So sometimes you start to feel a little bit of that kind of weird energy leading up to it for a few days. So just make sure that you're meditating, getting plenty of rest, plenty of water, and trying to stay grounded as best you can. So let's jump in today with our water signs and see what all message is coming through for our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces group. All right. For you, my dears, we have the Chariot. So remember, this is that progress, fast moving forward energy. So it looks like there's something that's moving and shaking for you. You probably have a feeling that you know what that is. Let's take a look at some of these other cards to see if we can get a little bit more context of what is fast moving for you. All right, on your soul journey card, ooh, death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So something is ending, but since the Chariot card is generally like favorable, it's, you're making progress. It's something that's moving. It's something that's, you're overcoming obstacles. It's kind of that determination, like that sort of energy. That being related to the ending of something, it's actually a good ending for you. So let's see what comes out in the Moon card. Your commitment is being tested. So some of this is like if you've been saying that you want to make a change in your life, whatever it is, if it's, starting a new exercise routine, looking for a new job, maybe you're trying to quit something, maybe you have some addiction that you're trying to quit or overcome, or, you procrastinate and you're trying to overcome that. So your commitment to change is being tested. But pairing that up with the death card is something could be coming to an end, and your commitment to ending a certain cycle is being tested. So let's see what comes up here on our Sacred Creator cards. Collaboration of souls. So this is something that as you're working on making some of these changes, the new energy coming in is that you have somebody else that you're going to be collaborating with, whether that's in a business partnership, whether that's a friendship, relationship. But all of this definitely has a feeling of going together. So, and sometimes when something's going to be coming to an end, especially if it's something that's been tough and kind of like weighing on your mind, you just need to get in, get it done, as opposed to, this would suggest, watching how the colors go together, that your commitment is being tested, but now you have this fast moving energy that maybe you've tried to make some change in the past, and the problem is it's like you'll start to baby step there and then kind of slide back, baby step there and then kind of slide back. And with this, it's like, no, let's get this fast moving energy in here. Let's end and, move forward with this other path, decision that you've made. And let's just close out that chapter. So that appears to be a good, solid, or, a good positive message in terms of making that stand to quickly close something out and be on to the next phase. All right, so let's jump to our air sign. So that's our Gemini, Libra. That was a card that flipped. Gemini, Libra, Capricorn. There's the two of them together. That one's kind of underneath, so I'll pull a regular one as well, and see what all is coming up. The Sun. So this is the regular card. Here's our jumper cards. So in our jumper cards, we have the Moon and the Hierophant, and then in your regular pull, you have the Sun. So with this, I know sometimes we look at the Moon as like the card about, there's lies, deceits, kind of like somebody is putting on a false front, but it also has to do with doubts and fears. And so putting the two of those together, the Hierophant with that kind of teacher, guru, this is that you're really being called upon to let go of your doubts and fears, and maybe look for different meditations or look online, depending on what sort of programs you like to watch on YouTube, for example. I think Jay Shetty is wonderful. Eckhart Tolle has good things, but maybe take a look at some of those types of videos on YouTube about how to overcome your doubts and fears. And once you can figure out how to do that and kind of rise above those, this is the energy that's coming in. It's the sun energy. It's all of those blessings being poured out upon you. So some of the cycles that you're being stuck in right now are related to letting your doubts and fears run away with you. So if you're somebody that has a very, very active mind, that's always thinking, always, overthinking, overanalyzing, that's something, check out some different meditations or programs to help you overcome some of that with, in terms of controlling your thoughts and your emotions and not letting them run away with you, because you'll be able to sit in your blessings once you can stop letting your doubts and fears and ego run away with the picture. All right, so the card that jumped was the Balance card, and the flip card, the regular one, was Success. So with Balance, it says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So that was the Balance card. Success, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So with that, as it's talking about balancing, is how do you balance, I'll say the fears and reality. How do you balance out that, your fears versus your intuition, so that you can bring in your blessings? And with the idea of success, that there's no greater goal than to love, some of these fears and doubts are keeping you from being able to get to that place of love, because it's like you'll get almost all the way up there, and then it's like, oh, but what if this? But what if this? Well, what if this? And then you kind of slide back. But in terms of those, putting them together, your Sun card and Success, if you can balance out those thoughts and feelings and emotions, you're going to get that success. And this one is a time for healing. And some of these fears that you're dealing with, they're based on some of your core wounds being activated along your journey. And the way to overcome that is you have to heal some of those old wounds, and it's a tough road sometimes, depending on how deep these wounds are. But you really need to focus on that so that you can free yourself up. Ooh, these cards were turning. Let's see what these are. In Balance. So I thought that was funny when I saw that one turn, since we have balance up here. And your past supports your future. And since both of those flipped, I'll go ahead and pull a regular one, with the thing about your past supporting your future. Nourish the sacred feminine. And it's funny, all these cards, like when you start piecing them together, how they go together. So with this, there's no greater goal than love. That is that sacred divine feminine energy. But with it saying your past supports your future, if you have wounding in your past, then that's, I guess, supporting what your current beliefs are, if you're allowing that wounding to move forward. Because it's almost like, well, yeah, but of course this is the case because I was wronged like this in the past. But some of it too is, since your past kind of is supporting your future, look at it this way: you need to change your present, because at some point this present will be your past. So what do you do now to build that future that looks different? If you don't like the way things look right now, and it's because your past has brought you to this point, what do you need to do now so that when you're looking back a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, you can say, yes, those changes, those are the ones that brought me to where I am right now. So it all goes in a cycle there. Let's see what is coming up for our fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sag, the Emperor. So this is that sitting in that masculine leadership role, that assertive type of role. You know, you have a lot of drive, you have a lot of, kind of ambition, good, solid, divine masculine, strong masculine energy. So let's see what comes up on your soul journey card. And remember, that means either, what you need to know for today is to stand in that strong masculine energy, or that you will start to feel that coming in. Maybe you feel like you've been a little wishy-washy on some of your energy. Step into that Emperor energy. So this card, failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And that can be about anything in your life. If you look, balance spirituality and practicality. If you look at it, it's only a failure if you give up and learn nothing from it. So you're either, this one flipped over too, the end of a tough cycle approaches. And this one was flipped in the deck. Expect a powerful change. So let me pull an actual card, since both of those, or all those were flips. A new romantic cycle begins. So lots of energy here. 2 of these are full moon energies, which is about ending a cycle. So the one says the end of a tough cycle approaches. That's full moon in Capricorn. This one, full moon in Pisces, is a balancing spirituality and practicality. So I guess the ending part there is kind of ending an imbalance that you have. And then this expect powerful change. So if you can do that, if you can kind of balance out your spirituality and your practicality, and what that looks like, because it seems like some of this maybe is coming together, with this, a new romantic cycle begins. If you are having issues where, there's the practical side of you that says, oh, I should move forward in this direction, but really your heart is telling you something else, find a way to balance that out, and then you'll be able to start something new and have a different experience. And some of that too, when it's talking about balancing it out from an Emperor perspective, it's you taking that assertive step to say, you know what? Yes, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm doing. And I'm going to step forward in confidence. And with the whole idea of, failure, it's that whole thing of you either win or you learn. So they say you learn more from your losses than you do from your wins. So you can see where things should go differently next time. All right. And your Sacred Creator card is You Are Epic. I haven't seen that one yet. You are epic. So just remember, in terms of as you're trying to decide what is your next step, what are you doing, just remember how amazing of a person you are and how much of a presence you are. You are epic. So, all right, let's take a look at our Earth, which is our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and see what message comes through for you. The Hierophant. So this is that teacher, learning, teacher, guru type of energy. So with that could be calling you to put yourself into a period of studying and learning more, diving deeper into something, whether that's on your own, like reading books, watching videos online, reaching out directly to a person, like a counselor or something like that, a shaman, a guide. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. So that can be, sometimes that is a hard thing to do. And if you are a pessimist and you're usually seeing the bad in people, the bad in the situation, that could be calling you to look for teachings about how to see, like how to change your mindset, and practice presence. All right, let's take a look at the moon card for you. Take time to breathe out. So some of that is also the meditation part. If you're too go, 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 and you're not taking time to appreciate what's happening all around you and all the little details. Oops. External validation. So sometimes it's easy to get caught in this rat race. I'll pull one more as well. That, you're waiting for this external validation. You're waiting for somebody else to tell you that you're doing a good job. But some of it is a matter of, what are you feeling? What do you feel inside? And then one step ahead is all you need. So if you're kind of waiting to figure out, okay, well, what do I do? It seems like you have a lot going on right now, earth signs, that there's things that are testing your patience, where you're seeing kind of maybe the negative side of things. So you need to be able to shift that focus, take some time to breathe out and to meditate and really focus on it, so that you can see it through a lens of love. And with this external validation, maybe you're going round and round in your head. And even though normally we say, oh, you don't need to seek external validation, I think there is a little bit of a message of, you've been telling yourself a certain thing for so long, a certain story, that I'm going to actually put these together, that you do need to reach out maybe to an unbiased third party, some sort of a mentor, teacher, guru, to see if you're actually thinking about things the way you should. That you could be getting caught up so much in your own story, that whatever it is that you've been telling yourself for so long, I can't make this change because of this. I can't do this because of this. I'm in this situation because of this. And you've got this running narrative going on that's keeping you somewhere where you're not happy, where you're not seeing things through the lens of love. And all you need to do to change that is one step. If you want different results, you have to make different choices. And so even one step in that direction of, okay, let me pull myself out of this, story that I have going on up here, and let me see it through different lens, have some sort of a trusted guide help me, so that I can see things differently and move my life forward in a positive direction that's more happy and fulfilling, that's allowing me to see life through a lens of love instead of, sadness or bitterness or, pessimism, or however you would describe that. So, those are the messages that are coming through for today. So as always, take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. I did post yesterday one of those Is This Your Person videos, and the the twin flame video will be coming out here shortly as well. So if you want to be alerted as to when those new videos post, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell, and wish you joy and peace along your journey, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.